Hello YouTube, my name is Nick, and today I have another one of those Metal Stuffs videos to bring to you today. I know, still a terrible name. I'm not a creative man. You should know this by now. Today I have a little bit of everything to show you of one vinyl, a couple cassettes, and a whole bunch of CDs. Hopefully I can get through this in a timely manner. So let's get right into this. I'm going to do the cassettes first. I think I have 4 here. First one I'm going to show you today is the new Mizmor Yoda. Been jamming this a lot recently. This has been very hyped, and deservedly so, by a lot of the community. Sweet gray tape, very lovely looking. Comes with this big old fold out thing, and then here's the art piece. I got number 118 of 200. There is a vinyl of this as well. I probably will get that. This album is just so soul-crushing. The vocals on this are like an entire performance by themselves. You could isolate those, making an album out of that without even any instruments. They're so good. So yeah, I know probably everyone has seen this by now. It's got a lot of traction, but believe the hype if you haven't heard it yet. So that's Yoda by Mizmor. The next one I left in the package because I thought it was just kind of neat. This next one is by the band. It's not marked anywhere, I don't believe, on this package. This is a band called Lost Hours. And I think this is just called 3, but I left it on here because it has like a labeling machine that says Doom on it. This is kind of like an atmospheric-ish doom metal, ambient, black metal kind of band. See if I can get this back open without tearing up the Doom tape. But the cassette packaging itself is just like a little sleeve with the cover artwork, which is just like these stars on some like lights or something, and the tape is just kind of like a blank tape. It's a white tape, has a little upside down cross on it. And it comes with this pretty intriguing, kind of like hard stock, like a dead bird. And it also comes with a pin that I just dropped. Here's the pin. Let's see if we can even read it. Lost Hours. This was recommended to me by the band Maestus. Follow them on Facebook. They're like, hey, this is pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, this is pretty good. So yeah, definitely check this out. It's a pretty DIY, as you can see. I really enjoy this kind of stuff. I think it's 2 songs, and they're both like 10 or 12 minutes long. Can't recommend that stuff enough. These last 2 tapes are the same tapes, but you'll see why. I believe this is 2 by Hell. The horribly disgusting blackened sludge noise, crusty something or other. I don't know if this is marked anywhere, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. I believe this is 2, because I already have 1 on tape, and 3 is like the picture of Lucifer falling. But I bought this one, and they sent a second one for some reason, and they were even in separate packages, but they came the same day, so I just kind of kept this one sealed, so I'm not really sure why. But Hell is one of those bands that I immediately fell in love with the first time I heard them, because it was yeah, it does say, there's the 2 Roman numeral right there. But this is some like stupid heavy, like mind-numbing, evil, crusty nastiness. Not for the faint of heart. That's upside down. But yeah, I listen to this stuff all the time. And the next thing I have to show you is the vinyl. So definitely check out this band. I didn't think that I would ever get much from this band, because it seems like whenever they sell something, it sells out really quickly. So yeah, definitely check out Hell. Alright, on to the vinyl. This is one I've been waiting for a very, very long time. I pre-ordered this the day that the pre-order came out, and this is a band that holds a lot of sentimental meaning to me. This is The Infernal Depths of Hatred by Anada. released by Chaotoxin for the first time on vinyl. I got 202 of 300. Can close up that so you can read it. But yeah, Anada is the band, the singular force behind me getting into tech death. They're one of the old school, premier, high class, well written, ridiculously talented musicians that kind of brought tech death into the forefront for a lot of people. And it's on this pretty delicious yellow black marble. I love this album. I own every album by them, and I'm glad that Chaotoxin decided to repress this on vinyl. Hopefully they do some of the other albums as well, because I would definitely buy them. Pretty cool single sleeve here. I wanted to show you something real quick, because I don't know if all of them were like this, but it comes with a lyric sheet. But 2 of the lyrics for songs are overlapped with each other, so you can't actually read them. I'm assuming one was supposed to go here, but they ended up like overlaying each other, because none of the rest are like that. I just wonder if they all ended up like that, or it's just like a one-off. Here's the band. I really hope that people know about this band. It seems like a lot of people who are into tech death these days don't know about this band, and that's a crying shame, because they're for sure, if not my top favorite tech death band ever, and they're at least in the top 3, because all of their albums are masterpieces and they can do no wrong. And there has been some talk that they might come back, so that's super hype, because they've been gone since 06, I believe the last album came out. So this next thing is, I think I mentioned this in my last video, something I never thought I'd get, because whenever I see these, they're like $1 million on Discogs, because like everything by this band is. So I don't remember if this actually has a title, but this is the Cloister Recordings 4 CD box set of Hell. This is one of the coolest things I probably own on CD, and I just about crapped my pants when I saw that one of these was for sale, because I found the website that they actually sell this on, and they still have the vinyl picture discs as well. So it comes with all 3 Hell albums, and there's a 4th disc with some random stuff on it. I think it's like either re-recordings or bonus tracks, or maybe a cover or 2, I'm not entirely sure. But this is like one of the coolest things I own on CD. It's a little harder to play tapes, so having all of the CDs in one place is just handy and awesome. Again, Hell, one of the nastiest bands probably ever. I can't recommend these guys enough if you like evil music. It's not like evil, maybe like, I don't know, pseudo-god, but it's evil like there's something wrong with this man who is making this music. It's so disturbing and evil and raw and horrifically like buzzy and noisy. If you haven't heard of Hell, please do yourself a favor. Alright, we're going to try to go a little faster through these, because these are mostly just regular CDs. This band recently had an album come out. It came out today, actually. This is Anagnorissus with Beyond All Light. This is a very thick, beefy, heavy, blackened death metal album. Pretty long songs, extremely well produced and well written. I love the vocals on this. I haven't listened to this a ton yet, because I just got it because I was getting kind of hyped for the new album. But I haven't listened to that yet either, even though the stream came out today. But definitely check out these guys if you like some more offbeat black and death metal. It's not like war metal or Behemoth or something. But yeah, check out Anagnorissus. Again, I say this every video, but maybe some people don't notice. Everything I ever talk about will be in the description somewhere. When I first heard about this band, the next one, I pretty much crapped my pants. This is like one of the most impressive demos I think I've ever heard. This is Beast of the Northern Hemisphere by Krylithsic. Pretty sure I said that right. Has like some numbers in there. This is like, I guess, Deeds of Flesh meets Cytotoxin. It's super, ultra, duper heavy, brutal, fast. A little bit of slam in there, but not really slammy. There's a couple re-recorded tracks on this, I believe. I don't remember if this is an EP or a demo because they had something come out previous to this. But this is like one of the most impressive things I've heard from a new band in a long time, and I have a lot of high expectations for this band now. And I hope that they can just keep on track and make some new music. The art and the logo are pretty unique. I really like the logo. But yeah, if you like just anything brutal in general, check out Crylistic. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right because it's hard on the tongue. This next one shouldn't be a surprise I bought. This is the new Mercognitum Luminiferous Aether. This is everything that I wished it would be and more. This might be, it's hard to say, this might be my black metal album of the year so far. I've said that a couple times because new stuff is always coming out. I believe this is the longest album by him so far. The atmosphere continues to get thicker and more well produced, and this album sounds a lot more full compared to some of the other ones. It sounds new. It doesn't sound like he's just making the new thing, making new songs with the same sound. It does sound inspired still. So definitely check out Luminiferous Aether. Love the artwork. Hopefully a vinyl comes out of this soon, because I'd love to have it. I don't know if there's vinyl for sale yet or not. I can't remember. Check out Mercognitum. I've talked about them ad nauseum in the past. This next one was one of my most anticipated albums of the year, and I'm very, very, very happy with it, because hopefully you know I'm a big fan of this guy and this band. This is Cenotaph by Eye of Solitude. New full length after a little while, because Canto 3 was their last album. There's 4 songs, and it's about an hour in length, maybe 55 minutes, something like that. And the clean singing on this album is just so incredible. Daniel Niego's voice just gets better and better with each album. I kind of wish he would have stuck with Unfathomable Ruination, because I just love his brutal, slammy vocals. His vocals are just insane. The atmosphere and the instrumentation on this just evokes this horrifically depressing and just dark, doomy atmosphere unlike any other band. It's like, can't recommend this enough. Check out Eye of Solitude. All of their previous work is awesome. All of their splits and their EPs. I think I talked about Dear Insanity on here, the one 50-minute long song that they did. So yeah, check out Cenotaph. This next one I waited a little while for because it came from a faraway land, the land down under. This is Solemn They Await with Sanctuary in the Depths. This totally blew my mind when I first heard it. It is so stupid heavy that, like, my brain couldn't comprehend what I was hearing at first, because I listened to this at first with my good headphones, and this is so thick and so blasting and heavy and bombastic. There's a ton of clean singing on this that is amazing. Super heavy gutturals, ridiculous production. I love the artwork. It's really fitting to the music. This is funeral doom, death metal for those who like it a little more raw, but horrifically destructive and just retardedly heavy. It's hard to find stuff heavier than this. Definitely check this out. I hope they make more music in the future, because this is a little bit of an older album. I think it came out in like 2013 or something. 2012 maybe? I don't know. But yeah, check out Solemn They Await, because this will blow your pants off. This next album had a similar effect, but in kind of a different way, and I'm very, very happy to have gotten one of these. This is Anepherins with the N-Word Cold, and he actually signed it. This is a one-man band from the US, I believe. This is what I would imagine Ahab would play if they played atmospheric black metal. I got 56 of 150. The vocals on this are so ridiculously heavy and brutal and oddly fitting with the music because it is kind of like a beautiful album, but it's still super duper heavy and just very unique atmospheres with this album, I'll say. I believe this is their debut. Definitely check this out. It has 3 songs on it, and it's around 35-40 minutes. So yeah, please do yourself a favor because this rules, for real. This next one is kind of like a worship band. This is Human Enslavement with The Apocalypse of Hate. The closest thing I can compare this to is Dying Fetus. This is very, very similar to their kind of style of brutal death metal, so much so that there is a Dying Fetus cover on this. But it's not so much as a rip-off as much as like an homage. It still sounds original, and I love the artwork on this. I'm not going to talk too much about this because it's kind of straightforward, brutal stuff. If you like brutal stuff, check this out. It's not slam or anything, it's just kind of brutal. This next one, I'm going to try to go a little bit faster without rushing because I don't know how much time I have left because my phone just likes to cut itself out whenever it wants to. This next one, this band has an album coming out here soon. This is Enslavement with Extents. Yeah. This is a little hard to explain. I would compare this to Malady, but I think that these guys started before Malady. I know these guys have a couple albums, which is why I say that. But this album is just so weird and off-putting, and there's a ton of tertiary instruments on here. It's really, really long, but it is just so unique and gorgeous and mind-bendingly weird. It's like Malady meets Certs or something. Can't recommend this enough. I can't wait for the new album. I already pre-ordered the vinyl. So yeah, definitely check out Enslavement, any of their work. This is the one I have the most experience with, which is why I'm talking about that one. This next one is another one that totally, made my brain 100 times bigger just by listening to it. This is Ghost in the Fire by Drug Honky. Greatest band name ever. But this is like some... Your head will explode when you listen to this, I swear. This is like noisy, brutal sludge metal with like some industrial noise and like psychedelic effects and weird vocals. It's one of those albums where you just gotta listen to it to understand what the heck is going on, because I've listened to this probably 10 or 20 times, and it's still hard to wrap my mind around how these guys perform such music, because it's really well layered, because there's always a ton going on. But it's just so weird and unconventional. The production is the highlight of this album. Without the good production, it would not succeed. So check out Drug Honky if you know what's good for you. Got 2 more left. I'm going to try to go a little faster. This is In Thy Flesh with Claustrophobia. Really great, kind of straightforward, second wave black metal, maybe a little bit more DSBM side. This is very long. I would equate this to if Life Lover made love with Mayhem. It has like those sexy riffs to it that kind of keep your ear interested, because it can get a little enduring sometimes. There's a lot of songs on this. I think this is around an hour long, but I definitely recommend this stuff. They had an album just come out recently, but it's not here yet. I did buy it. So check out In Thy Flesh. And this last one is one that's probably got a lot of traction for good reason. This is Illuminance by Vervum. Kind of progressive technical death metal. It's a little short. This is a debut. There's something about this that's really addicting, but this album kind of feels too short for its own good. I wish there was more to it. It's around 40 minutes in length, I believe. What's here is amazing, but I just wish there was more of it, which is all I'm going to say about this. So, hopefully I didn't rush too much through this video. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you found something cool that you didn't know about before. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, and hopefully I didn't say hopefully enough. So, I'll see you next time. Mwah.